Hey guys, Jay. Welcome back to the channel. Guys. Oh man, Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah. Not that not that I'm not excited. Why is the camera like that? Not that I'm not excited about Super Bowl Sunday. I'm really I don't mind sports. I don't mind sports. Actually I'm a huge baseball fan. And I don't mind football. I mean, football is very, very exciting. Um, but this year and the past years, I just haven't decided to um, indulge in the idea of football. In the past, I've had Super Bowl parties. You know what I mean? And I've been invited to several Super Bowl parties. As a matter of fact, tonight I was invited to a Super Bowl party, but real life just keeps getting in the way. Like, I had some assignments, which I'm finishing up right now, but I always want to take the opportunity to sit down with you guys and catch up on some of the things that we love, right? A lot of the geek culture and action figure collecting and cartoons, popular culture of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, all that kind of stuff. And you know what? Everybody's doing Super Bowl, right? Everybody's talking about it, everybody's doing it, and there are a lot of things to be really happy about with the Super Bowl. I heard, as a matter of fact, just to stay on the geeky side, something that's happening right now, which is really exciting for me, is the new Amazon Lord of the Rings, television series, which is going to be on Amazon Prime, is airing their first trailer commercial for the Lord of the Rings. What is it called? The History of the Rings, or the Rings of Power? The Rings of Power. They're airing the Rings of Power, first teaser trailer. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fans. Now, I'm not going to lie, I haven't read the books in their entirety. I've only really, had a lot of exposure through the movies. So the movies are really my biggest thing about Lord of the Rings. However, I do love a couple of YouTube channels like the Nerd of the Rings. I think his channel is amazing. He's grown exponentially over last year and a half. And honestly, his content is incredible. If you guys are even a little bit into the Lord of the Rings, I definitely suggest to go over to the Nerd of the Rings channel and take a look at some of his content. He does some amazing, history of the rings. He goes into deep dives on different characters. Talks about the different topography of of Middle Earth and Arda, and the whole mythos behind the two trees, which is going to be where the next Power of the Rings, Rings of Power series is going to be based off of. It's going to be based off of the age of the age of the trees, right? The year of the trees. It's going to be based on the year of the trees. It's not going to be based on the years of the lamps. It's going to be based on the years of the trees, which is amazing. And it's going to feature, from what I understand, it's not Elrond who's going to be the main protagonist. It's actually going to be, or is it Elrond? I can't remember anymore. I know the Galadriel is going to get a huge, focus on the series, but I think it's actually, if it's not Elrond, it's somebody else completely. No, it's Elendil. I think I heard somewhere that Elendil, not Elendil. Sorry, what am I talking about? No, I heard somewhere that it's actually Isildur. Isildur is going to be the main focus of the series. Somebody told me that. But it's going to be done in like very, very episodic. They're going to start at a certain point of the year of the trees, maybe like the year 1320 or something like that. And then they're just going to every episode is going to be very, very, really, really quick jumps in history. And if you know anything about the Lord of the Rings, the history of Middle Earth, it jumps because a year in Valinor apparently is I'm gonna start talking stupidly right now, but a year in Valinor is like 19 years for humans. It's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, it's going to be a wonderful series from what I understand. It looks great. I've seen some of the promotional images that were teased earlier in the year. Again, thanks to the Nerd of the Rings. And yeah, I'm very, very excited to see what this new live action series will entail. And apparently, another surprise for all Lord of the Rings fans, the story of Helm Hammerhand will actually be featured in an upcoming animated film later this year. So that's just what happened there? Like, where are all these Tolkien related stories coming from? So if you guys don't know who Helm Hammerhand is, he's the namesake of the horn in Helm's Deep. His that horn is actually named after Helm Hammerhand, because he used to blow his horn when he was out stalking for his own prey. And yeah, it struck fear into the hearts of all of his enemies. So that was a big thing. He's a man of Rohan, and again, I'm kind of going crazy right now. I'm not even talking about toys at this point. Although it does. I'm pretty sure toys will come into this eventually. As we know, like Lord of the Rings has toys, and I don't collect them, but I'm looking very much forward to this new line of this new series for not Amazon. Sorry, for Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. Amazon is Amazon Prime is gonna get this new Rings of Power series. So very excited to find out about that. So that's really interesting, and it just happens to coincide with the release of their first trailer during the Super Bowl. It might be happening right now during halftime. But that's not what I decided to do today. I decided to do the complete opposite, which is to talk about anything except the Super Bowl. Even though every now we're gonna reference the Super Bowl based on the idea that I'm avoiding the Super Bowl, but the idea of tonight's stream is that we talk about anything, and I mean anything except for the Super Bowl, because I think everybody's talking about the Super Bowl. So why don't we talk about everything but the Super Bowl? I think that'll be just going against the grain. I don't want to. If I'm a true geek, if I'm a true nerd, I am not interested in talking about the Super Bowl right now. I want to talk about anything but. And you know what, guys, feel free to suggest a topic. Let's talk about whatever you want to talk about tonight. I've got some things on the go, so we're not gonna lose track of things that we want to talk about. But I just felt that, especially because of what happened, because again, I just don't feel. I know it's the Rams versus the Bengals, and I have some affinity to the Bengals. And the only reason I have affinity to the Bengals is because I worked on a program for the Bengals back in the early 2000s. I was with a company called Activa, and yeah, we were doing a lot of sports marketing. And like I said, I got to work on a whole bunch of designs for the Bengals. And at the time, their rally call was Who Day, right? Who Day was their big rally call. After we finished the program, which was a whole bunch of collectible medallions, they were so happy with the results of our program that they even sent us a whole bunch of materials. I got a hat, which basically just says Who Day on the hat itself. So yeah, I know a little bit about what the Bengals and the kind of history that they have. And I know the Rams. I have worked on I have worked on a Rams program, but yeah, I think they've moved a couple of times to different cities. So yeah, it's not something I'm really that deep into anymore, like sports entertainment. But I know a little bit. But again, I just didn't want to focus on Super Bowl today. I wanted to talk and come here and share with you guys who may not be into the Super Bowl. Anybody who's here tonight, I pretty much resigned to the fact that you're not actually watching the Super Bowl, and that we can talk about anything else you want. You know what I mean? Whether it's cartoons, whether it's toys, whether it's pop culture, whether it's movies that are going to be coming up, anything else other than the Super Bowl, man. Because honestly, it's just not something that I'm really into right now. I do enjoy sports, but we haven't been able to really enjoy the type of seasons that we've had in the past, for obvious reasons. And things right now, especially here in Canada, there are a lot of things that are happening here right now, which is for better for worse. We will see what happens. I'm just hoping that everything works itself out, and that everybody is able to go home safely, and that nobody gets hurt. That is as far as I'm gonna comment on anything. I just really hope that everyone is okay. It's cold out there too. Like here in Toronto, it's cold. Markham, it's cold. So I can only imagine in Quebec, in Windsor, in Ottawa. I can only imagine just how freaking cold it is especially Ottawa. Ottawa's right next to Quebec. It is really cold. It is really cold in that part of Canada. So you know what, everybody out there, stay warm, stay safe. I hope everybody's doing well. And you know what, no matter what happens, right? I just hope that everybody comes out of this, safely. That's my biggest message to everybody out there. Stay safe. Protect yourselves. That's basically what I'm saying. Be careful, right? That's all. And I hope everybody comes out of this safely, and that nothing else comes out of it. Well, I hope something comes out of it, but I hope that everybody, is going to be none the worse for wear. I think that's probably the best way to say it. But I want to talk about anything except any of that. I don't want to talk about the situation that's happening in those parts of Canada. I don't want to talk about the Super Bowl. I want to talk about anything else, and just remember the good times of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I want to just share some memories with you guys. Talk about things that you guys remember. Because again, this is the time to cherish those things, and that's what this channel's all about. This channel's all about remembering, remembering everything that happened in the past, and the cool stuff that's coming out now, based on stuff that happened in the past. You know what I mean? All the cool movies that are coming out now, all the wonderful, action figures and toys that are coming out now. So yeah, I just want to come here, sit down, and share those things with you guys. But before we get started, I did want to say, if you guys haven't tuned in to my live stream from yesterday, for those of you who didn't know what was happening, I had the wonderful privilege to host two wonderful guests. That one of them who's already been on the channel, Ace Libert from Ramen Toy. Again, great friend of the channel. Really helped me to figure out how to do this live stream thing. So for him, that's a huge, I really appreciate his help on that. And of course, he's responsible for these little guys. This one's giving me a glare again. Yeah, this little guy here, Jason Myokan, or what the heck? I don't know. I can't remember what his actual name is. But yeah, the 80s Commanders. And now they have a new product for the Silverhawks. And yesterday, we were able to touch on some of their upcoming projects. They gave us a little teaser on what we can expect, and I am super excited by some of the products he talked about, and we were all dreaming about it. Everything the stream was all about just pipe dreams, just hopes and dreams, and it was great. Going back and just remembering all those wonderful cartoon properties and the toys that are associated with it. It was just a glorious conversation with Ace. But we weren't alone. Ace and I were not alone. We were joined by a very good friend of the channel, my good friend Michael Mercy. Michael Mercy, who it's been a while since I've had an opportunity to be with Michael on this channel. Michael invited me to do a reaction video to the very first episode, the first two episodes of Macross. And yeah, that was wonderful. So it's great to be able to have Michael on the channel, and I hope that we can collaborate more in the future. Michael is just an amazing guy. He's got a wealth of information. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, please do. Michael Mercy's channel is all about nostalgia, the 80s toys. He has this wonderful, what he calls the toy room, the toy store. You know what I mean? And it literally is a miniature Toys R Us. It's just absolutely incredible. And the crown jewel of his collection is definitely the USS flag. Oh my god, just insane. And what he's done with the flag is just incredible. It's on a swivel base. It can actually move around, but it's also raised, because if anybody who actually has ever seen a flag from G.I. Joe, a USS flag from G.I. Joe, you'll know that what you see on the box is kind of deceptive. You think that the flag is, it's got like a raised base, like maybe 2 or 3 inches off the ground. No, it's just this flat board. If anybody who's ever owned a flag, it's just literally a flat board that you put on the floor, and it's like oh my god, what is it, like 6 feet? It's not 6 feet, 4 feet, 4 or 5 feet. It's really long. It's a really long flat board, and everything is in the superstructure. The superstructure, the actual tower, and the runway where you're supposed to park, all of your Sky Strikers, all of your, all your vehicles, all that kind of stuff. That's what the top of the base is all about. It's a wonderful play set in that sense. but it definitely is the superstructure, the actual tower itself, the main command center. That's where all the magic happens on. Well, okay, no, I'm being a bit disingenuous there. I mean, the flag itself, the big board, it's got like beautiful markings. You can actually stick. There's some armaments that are on top of there. As a place that it's beautiful. It's just gigantic. It's just gorgeous. But for the most part, I'm not trying to downplay it, but it literally is just a big board that sits on the floor. And what Michael's done with it is he's actually raised it up on platforms, and yeah, it's beautiful because he actually has almost like almost as if you were underneath on the inner side of the flag itself, and you can see he's actually made compartments and little areas where you can actually do put additional GI Joes, and it's just beautiful. It just makes it just gives it that mystique that you've always wanted to think of as the flag, and that is actually sitting on top of a swivel base, an actual like table with casters, right? That can roll around, and yeah. Just gorgeous. If you guys have ever been into GI Joes and have ever heard of the history or the legend of the of the USS Flag, definitely check out Michael Mercy's channel. It really is fascinating looking at the USS Flag and what he's done with it. But that's not the extent of his channel. He talks about, of course, everything in between. He loves Transformers. He's got tons of Masterpiece Transformers, and of course, tons of G1 Transformers. He does a whole deep dive. I'm not talking deep dives. We're talking like half an hour, 45-minute dives into like specific toy properties. Like Devastator, Masterpiece. Fortress Maximus. A whole bunch of different Masterpiece Transformers, including Hot Rod. Third party Transformers, things like that. And he talks all about Thundercats. He talks a little about Silverhawks and Centurions. And yeah, his channel is absolutely fascinating. A wonderful deep dive into all those types of things. But the one thing that we were concentrating on yesterday that kind of we were poking at Ace, trying to get some little secrets, trying to figure out what it is that he wanted to that he's working on, in his secret laboratory. And enough poking and prodding at the bear, we finally got out of him that he's really interested in doing a rendition of Brave Star. Oh my God, that's so crazy. I love Brave Star. Brave Star as a property is just so cool to me. The concept behind it, one of the few real mainstream Native American superheroes. I think John Blackstar, and funnily enough, by Filmation, I think John Blackstar was another wonderful, Native American superhero. I think he was a great hero back in the day for Blackstar, obviously, and followed up very, very nicely by Brave Star. Black Star, Brave Star, Black Star, Brave Star. You get the parallel there. Anyway, they're both sorry. So John Blackstar is an astronaut, and Brave Star, he's the sheriff of New Texas, right? A whole planet called New Texas. It was wonderful little cartoon. I loved it. Right? He fights against a reincarnated outlaw called Tex Hex and his international gang of thugs, intergalactic gang of thugs. Right? Just beautiful stories. Again, a lot of them written by Hal Sutherland and the team over at Filmation Animation. Great stuff, beautiful stuff. I really do love Brave Star and all of its incarnations. I have Brave Star. I actually do. I have Brave Star. I have Tex Hex. I've got Fort Kirium in most of, I'm going to say most of Fort Kirium. I have most of my Fort Kirium. It's still downstairs. I'm going to bring it up one day. And I used to have an entire box full of Kirium. I used to have a whole box full of Kirium. I love Kirium. Kirium looks so unique, so interesting. Which is of course the ore which powers most of the galaxy. Around Brave Star's time. And again, there's just such a mythos behind it, and we were just dreaming and talking about, what's the possibilities for Brave Star, and it was just a wonderful time yesterday, being able to discuss, all these possibilities, all these new properties that might come up. And today I wanted to talk. I do want to talk a little bit about some of the other properties that came up And I'm just gonna, in no certain order, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about them. Like obviously Centurions, for obvious reasons, but we also talked about Mask. We talked about Visionaries. We talked about Tiger Sharks, Inhumanoids. We talked about Jason the Wheeled Warriors. Just so many different properties that had come up over the course of 2.5 hours. We actually went way overboard that I was expecting, and you know what? Because we were having such a great time. So one thing I wanted to say is, guys, if you haven't checked out that interview with Aisley Bear, Michael Mercy, and of course my good friend Tom from Action Figure Photography, guys, definitely check it out. Action Figure Captures. Definitely go check it out. It was a great conversation. We all had a great time, and I think you guys will enjoy learning a little bit more about the business of toy making and some properties that you may or may not have heard of. So yeah, it's again, I loved it. It was a fascinating look at it. But I've been rambling on for about 22 minutes. Let's go say hi to everybody's in the chat. Barry, evening, Jay and chat. Good evening, Barry. How are you doing tonight? Jermaine, what's up, Mega J? What's up, Jermaine? Good to see you, my brother. Do you think the Rams is going to win the Stanley Cup? I do believe that the Rams are going to win the Stanley Cup, 100%. That is a great prediction, Barry. I think that it's in the bag for the Rams, 100%. Jabbar, happy Super Bowl Sunday. Happy Super Bowl Sunday to you too, Jabbar. Barry, the Bengals win the pennant. Yes, the Bengals will win the pennant. Actually, I think they already won the pennant, Barry. You got to be careful about that. I believe they have won the divisional pennant. I think that's something. I'm not 100% sure. It's not like baseball, but anyway, Barry, Jay, I have not watched your live interview yet. Okay, well, anytime, it's still there. It's not going anywhere. Did I pre-order Quicksilver? No, but some funny information about that. I also, and I'm going to take full credit for this. I'm taking full credit. I was able to convince Ace to extend the deadline. I was able to do it. Yay! So basically, anybody who's interested in picking up the cartoon colored versions of the 80s Commanders, as well as your chance to pick up Quicksilver from the Silverhawks, the deadline for the early bird pricing has been extended. Please go check out Ramen Toys Facebook for all the details, as well as their details on the ramentoy.com. I believe he will be announcing it soon, if he hasn't done already, that the deadline is actually extended until the 16th. So I'm taking credit for it. I did it. I convinced him that everybody gets paid on the 15th, and that you should extend it until the 16th. That was my understanding of it. Because again, basing this on people's payment schedules, I think that if you get people to pay, pay for it, or you're forcing people to try and get to it before a period where they're getting paid, they're going to miss out on it. And FOMO is a big thing. Fear of missing out is huge. So these poor people, everybody who's a fan, they're going to have to borrow money from their mom, their dad, their best friend. And that's not cool. That's not cool. So I told Ace, I'm like, you know what, maybe you should reconsider. Maybe you should actually extend the deadline, because honestly, it's a missed opportunity. These people who are going to be paying, the early bird price, they really would benefit from actually getting a few extra days. So, I'm going to take credit for that, but I think I have to share that credit with everybody who did mention it on the chat. That was a big thing. A lot of people were talking about it in the chat. Please extend the deadline. So you know what? I take it back. I did not do it on my own. As always, everything doesn't happen in a vacuum. Everybody, you guys did it. We all made it happen. We extended that deadline, everybody. So yeah, you have until the 16th at least to put in your pre-orders for the new 80s Commander and the 3-pack and the Quicksilver Silverhawks. So head over there, guys. Take your time a little. Take a sigh of relief. Don't have to wait until the 15th. Don't have to wait until after tomorrow. You have enough time to get your funds in order and get that money in there. Get those pre-orders in there. Renegade Biker 24. Hey, Renegade Biker. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, I'm still doing some Uber driving tonight. Oh my gosh, bro. Take care. I know that tonight is going to be some craziness because people are out there partying it up for Super Bowl Sunday. So take care, Renegade Biker. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Grenade Gregory. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Grenade Gregory. I apologize, Gregory. I'm thinking it's Grenade Gregory. Good to see you, my friend. How are you doing tonight? I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. Hey, Jay. Hey, Grenade Gregory. Good to see you, my friend. How are you doing tonight? Renegade. I couldn't care less about the Super Bowl right now. Yeah, it's because you're chauffeuring people left and right to their Super Bowl parties, right? Crazy. James. Hey, they're geeks. Cheers. Cheers to you too, James. Barry. Jay, I think it's more fun to watch your streams. Oh, thank you, Barry. You're awesome, my friend. Rather than the Super Bowl. Barry, you're awesome. Oh, you guys are cool. Thank you, Renegade Biker. I appreciate that. James, Jay, so was browsing Amazon JP so dangerous? Sailor Moon figure arts exist. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, James. I'm sorry I did that to you, brother. It is the rabbit hole you might not want to go down. Seriously, it's and the prices are the best prices you're going to get because it's Amazon, right? It's Amazon. So be careful, my friend. Be careful, pare. Ang delikado yan. Sugarado ko. So be very, very careful, James. Be very careful. Jay Smith. Hey, how's it going, Jay? Hello, Jay in chat. Hope all is well. It is. It's better than now that you're here, my friend. Barry. If it was the Stanley Cup, that's another story, Jay. Yeah, here in Toronto, we like the streets would be clogged, man. The streets would be clogged. Anthony's Arcade. Hey, Anthony's Arcade. Good to see you. I went through the toy hunt. I went toy hunting instead of watching the Super Bowl, the Super Boring Bowl. That's the way. That's the way, Anthony. That's the way. Go get those. Go get those figures. Go get them, man. Renegade Biker. Cool, Anthony. James. I stopped following the NFL after the game. Some egregiously low suspensions, and when I stopped sports, and when I stopped sports betting. Thank God I don't have the itch for betting. That's just for me. That would be a hole I'll never climb out of. Anthony found a vintage Beast Wars Depth Charger and the Street Shark Slobber and Lobster. Nice. Just need a bit of dusting, but they still look great. Awesome, Anthony. Those are some great pickups. Congratulations, my friend. Barry Allen, so Canadian. Yes, James, that is true. Retro Boy 13357. Hey, Retro Boy 1, good to see you. Good afternoon, my brother. Hope you are having an awesome day. I am having a great day. So much better now that you're here, Retro Boy 1. Good to see you, my friend. Renegade Biker. I'm looking forward to seeing the U.S. version of the Freedom Con. I don't know. If it happens, it happens. But you know what? At the end of the day, I hope everyone's safe. That to me is the biggest thing. I hope everyone comes out of out of these demonstrations and everything. I hope they're all safe. That's the biggest thing. Ablina Gutier. Toy. Yes, Toy for sure, Ablina. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. But yes, Ablina, yes, toys, 100% toys. Can't get enough. James, Renegade Biker, let's not go there, please. Yes, 100%. Barry, rumor has it that Jay put 500 million to production of Lord of the Rings. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. 500 million. Yes, I heard that rumor. I'm not sure if it's actually true. But when you think about the production value of a regular Peter Jackson film, if they're putting in the same production value in the Peter Jackson films as they are into this series, that's not a big number. That's actually that number. Sorry, it doesn't. It's not that it's not a big number. That number is big, but for the quality that you're going to want to get, I think that's actually a decent number. I think it's a very, very decent number. Hopefully it's gonna be looking like a great series. I'm really hoping so. James, I'm looking to become a new truck driver. Oh, the Renegade Biker. Take care, my friend. Take care. Smash that like button, folks. Thanks a bit. Thank you so much, James. Thank you, James. You're awesome, my friend. You are awesome. Demon 888. Hey, Demon 888. How's it going? You haven't missed much, my friend. You haven't missed much. I've just been rambling on like an idiot, like I usually do. How are you tonight? Anthony Arcade. Now that I have even more hyped about Doctor Strange after that new trailer. Can't wait. Yes, I haven't seen it. I guess it just aired on the Super Bowl Sunday, so that would be neat. I guess there are going to be a whole bunch of trailers which we get to watch right after the Super Bowl. Phoenix 80. Hey, Phoenix 80. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing tonight? Then stop talking about sports if you don't want to talk about sports. This is true. I really should, but it's hard not to at least mention it because why are we here, right? So anyway, Retro Boy 1. I've been burned out from football for over 10 years now, and you can only watch it for so many years. That's not entirely true. There are people who are absolutely obsessed about sports, just like we are obsessed about toys. But I know what you're trying to say. I get it. I totally get it. Sometimes you get bored. Sometimes you get burned out with toys, right? Taking a break is not a bad thing. Everybody can take a break. right? And you get back on the horse and you get right back into it, right? That does happen all the time. Renegade Biker, Bengals are ahead 17. All right, go Bengals. Who day, Bengals. Who day. since we're going on a train. James, Anthony Arcade, between Wanda and hearing the voice, I'm all in on that flick. Nice. Hopefully we'll see more clips of the multiverse of madness. We shall see. I don't know if you guys saw, but I did find the entire wave of the Doctor Strange multiverse of madness at Walmart. So that was exciting. That was crazy. If you haven't seen that episode, please do. Ronos Prime. Hey Jay, I have my mutant Tigertron and Pterosaur from Amazon. Awesome. I also found my second classified Alley Viper at a flea market for 14. For what? $14? Dude, you are killing it, my friend. I got my O-Ring Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow finally. Sweet. Brother, you are killing it. Congratulations. That's awesome. Awesome, Rodimus. What's your secret, man? What's your secret? Barry, Jay, did you see the yak face shared about the throne of Boba Fett? Yeah, but we sort of... Don't get me wrong. It's not like yak face is always on the ball, and I appreciate it, but it was going to come inevitably. I mean, everybody sort of knows that, right? So, and when you really think about it, I guess it's just the same throne that's in the it's just the same throne that's in the throne room of the Book of Boba Fett, right? The one that's going to be announced pretty soon, right? Or is that what you're talking about? Is that like, because they announced that at FanFest Friday, FanFest Wednesdays. Anyway, Barry, let me know, because I did a whole episode on that. Retro Boy 1. I'm watching the Boba Fett series and can't wait for the better figures to come up. I hope we see more soon. I do, but here in Canada, things are changing very, very quickly. Unfortunately, our prices are skyrocketing compared to the US, and it has to do a lot with chains of distribution. So it's going to be tough. Trying to hunt down Star Wars figures at Walmart is very, very difficult. Normally, we sort of default to Toys R Us, which has a lot of availability. But now with the prices that Toys R Us are starting to shovel our way, it hurts. It hurts. An average figure here in Canada is $45 now, $40 right now, with some of the more exclusive figures being $45. It's crazy. It's nuts. We've had 3 price hikes here in Canada. It went from like $24.99 to $29.99 to $32.99, and now it's all the way up to $40 for an average figure. And the specialty figures are up to $45. It's just insane. It's just nuts. James, not the easiest job or life. I was friends with a dude that was a trucker, and it's easy to burn out. Yes, I've heard. And the fact that you have to travel 24 hours a day and get very little sleep, it plays on your mind, man. It plays on your mind. I'm waiting for the next ride right now from the local airport. There you go. Take care, Renegade Biker. Take care. Rodimus, Jay. There's a meme going on about the Washington Redskins. New name, the Washington Commanders. The mascot is a red Cobra Commander in the Washington colors. Oh, you guys are crazy. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Rodimus. That's awesome. If it was only true. Barry, James, you're going to get Boba's. Are you going to get? Are you going to get Boba Fett's throne? It's freaking huge, man. The damn thing. It's $229, man. It's crazy. Retro Boy 1. I'm watching the new Boba Fett series, and I can't wait for the new figures to come out, and I can't wait to see more. It is just beautiful. It's just gorgeous. I understand, but I think I can do it. Well, if you think you can do it, Renegade, just take care, because that is one demanding job. It's really, really demanding. James and Barry, tempted because of Fat Fortuna? Probably not, though. Yeah. Bib is glorious in his weight. Renegade Biker, what's your favorite PSA from the G.I. Joe cartoons? It was the one where Barbecue basically nearly kills those kids. No, I'm kidding. My favorite one is always where Deep Six. I don't know what was he doing in that pool. What was he doing in that lake? Was he spying on these kids? Like, it was so creepy. That was the creepiest one. These kids are skinny dipping in a lake. It starts to the clouds start coming around, and they're like, "Oh, you're a chicken. You should stay and swim a little more." Then also you see Deep Six come out of the freaking water and says, "You better think about that place." And he's like, "Oh, Deep Six," and he's like, "Get out of the water now." And he's like, "Oh, what were you doing underneath the water, watching me swim, Deep Six?" I was like, "Oh yeah, that was the one that sticks in my head. I don't know if it's my favorite one, But that's the one that sticks in my head. That was just oh, so crazy. Just creepy as heck. Darth Wizzy Wizard. Hey, Darth Wizzy Wizard. Blah, 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 blah. Darth Wizzy Wizard. Hey, what's going on, Darth Wizzy Wizard? How you doing tonight, my friend? Sorry, bro. You're going to be... And you've left. You bastard. All right. Rodimus Prime. Has anybody noticed the Kingdom line Maximals and Predacon scale well with the modern 3.75-inch Joe's figures? I did not know that. Well, there you go. Maybe we can do something with that. That's neat. James. Rodimus Prime 1982. Happy with the Overthink, guys? Can you do a good G.I. Joe B? What's a G.I. Joe B? I don't know what that is. James, there's a few transport trucks companies close to me, like Pam Transport and JB Hunt. James, Rodimus Prime, G.I. Joe versus Transformers. That's what you're talking about. Okay, that's interesting. That'll be neat. O-rings are card-back figures, so in protectors already. Oh, there you go. Barry, J. Shapiro, I'm going to save up for it, and blah 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 blah. I'm going to save up for it. Try. I don't. Holy crap. I'm going to save up for it. Well, I'm going to try, but I don't care about Bib Fortuna. I have 2007, or is it 2009? Jabba Throne from Walmart. So Jabba's Throne from Walmart. So that set would be perfect for the throne. Oh, there you go. Very, very cool. That's awesome. Seth in theater. Good to see you, my friend. How are you doing tonight? I don't care about the Super Bowl. I always enjoy the Grey Cup every November. That's a true Canadian. That is a true Canadian right there. Absolutely, my friend. Go for the Grey Cup. That's right. That is one of the oldest trophies in Canada. As a matter of fact, I believe it is one of the oldest trophies in sports. Somebody remind me, does it precede the Stanley Cup? Please let me know. I don't know why, but for some reason I think for some reason the Grey Cup actually, I might be wrong about that, but for whatever reason I thought that the Grey Cup actually preceded the Stanley Cup. Somebody confirm that for me. Darth Wizard, not interested in any sports ball anymore. There you go, brother. There you go. James, Hasbro classified USS flag is needed. No, don't. No. God, no. Oh my God, I don't need a mortgage right now. I know a mortgage broker to help the collectors. James, you suck. Don't do that, man. But you know what? Now that you mention it, it's inevitable. Why else would they bring out the O-ring figures, right? Why else would they do it? Of course they're going to do the flag. Of course they're going to do it. With the success, and you know what? It really has a lot to do with the success of the Sky Striker. If the Sky Striker did not actually succeed, they would not do. I guarantee they would not do the flag. But the Sky Striker, if it was given a few more hours, if they had extended even a few more hours, mustard and ketchup would have been ours. But because they didn't, we lost out on mustard and ketchup. But this gave them the itch. Now they're itchy. They're like, we got the flag. The flag is coming. We got to do the flag. That's what's happening right now. They're chomping at the bit for the flag. Just crazy. These G.I. Joe fans, they'll pay $1,000 for this thing. $1,000. It's like scary. Isma and Sal family, ACC and channel. Good to see you, Isma. How are you doing tonight? Hello, Jan, everybody. Good to see you. Rodimus Prime. Jay, Brave Star is not a sheriff. He's a marshal. Oh, yes, that's right. Marshal Brave Star. Yes, correct. Correct, Rodimus. You got me there. You got me. Did I say sheriff? All right. I've been wrong. I've been known to be wrong, and I'm wrong multiple times. It happens all the time. I am a big enough man to admit it. James, Rodimus Prime. Good on you. I don't have a discipline. I don't have the discipline to collect Minton card. Open those figures up, guys. Open them up. Renegade Biker. Was there ever a figure of Eyes of the Ranger upon you? Anything wrong? Do you do? He's gonna see when you're in Texas. Look behind you because that's what the heck. Are you talking about Texas Ranger? What was his name again? It was Chuck Norris, right? That's what you're talking about, aren't you? Right? Yeah, you must. I think you're talking about Texas Ranger. Darth Wizard. You ever check out Jay Bartlett's channel? Yes, I've met Jay Bartlett a couple of times. Awesome guy. You know, seriously, he's got some great content. So yeah, I haven't checked out his channels per se. I mean, the answer is yes. I do check out Jay Bartlett's channel. But I don't watch it on a regular basis, but yes, the answer is yes. Barry Jay, you're waiting till last minute to pre-order some Quicksilver. Always, brother. I'm just a creature of habit. I haven't got paid. That's number one too. So I need to wait until the 15th. By the way, that's actually why I told her to go extend it to the 15th. Anyway, that's just our little secret there. But yeah, I'm not. I'm not made of money, so I really had to do something drastic in order to get this extended. Right, I pressured him on live television, a live stream to get that done. So it worked. So there you go. Princess Cagley. Hey, Princess Cagley. Good to see you, my friend. How are you doing tonight? Hey, Jay. Just finished with the con. Oh, look at you. Comic-Con is over now. Wow. Experiencing the worst hangover ever. Oh, you're throwing up those senzu beans, man. Yeah, told you about that. I ramen and senzu beans. Princess Cagley, you gotta cut you off, man. That's not good. Got really cool loot, so it was worth it. That's what I'm talking about, Princess Cagley. Omedetou gozaimashita. Yes, very, 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 very good. That's excellent, Princess Cagley. Now, go yukuri kudasai. Nemutteru. So just go and sleep it off, my friend. Go home. Don't throw up on your bed, but go home and sleep it off. Awesome, Princess Cagley. Hopefully you won't regret it in the morning. Sweet. Demon 888. I don't think I have fear of missing out. I think I have fear of overpaying secondary prices. There you go. And that is a form of FOMO, though. Rodimus, I saw Jackass Forever. Knoxville actually got brain damage in one of his stunts. Don't get me wrong, but hasn't he always had a bit of brain damage? I mean, I don't wish the guy unwell, but that the stuff that they do, I mean, it encourages other people to do the same thing. So I'm not the biggest fan of those types of films. I find them funny. I do. I'm not going to lie about that. I find them funny, but not really something I would encourage anybody to do either, to follow in the footsteps anyway. But yeah, hopefully Johnny is okay. Hopefully everybody's okay. James, Princess Cagley, cool loot always makes everything better. Almost everything, just not the wallets. Yes, this is true. Hopefully we got some good. Hopefully Princess Cagley got some decent deals. Jabbar, who saw the first trailer for the remake of Firestarter? Ooh, that must be interesting. The answer is no, I did not. Wonder what Drew Barrymore thinks of it. Interesting. Princess Cagley, yeah, my wallet wasn't very happy with me. Just got to survive till Saturday. There you go, brother. Payday. Retro Boy 1. Yeah, it's horrible. Time to cut off Hasbro soon. Yeah, I know. A lot of us are going to be very, 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 very choosy in our next, on what we choose to collect going forward. But at the same time, some people are getting out of the hobby completely. It's between gas and, like I said, everything else you have to pay for, whether it's food, appliances, electronics, clothing, all that other stuff. Toys are just a luxury, man. Toys are just a luxury. Jabbar, I wish Pop-Tarts would bring back their their Future Rock series. The only cassette I got from the series was By the Party. Yeah, I know, Jabbar, but that ship has sailed, my friend. Start looking at flea markets and other retro collection stores. You might get lucky. I know Tecmone talks about that kind of stuff all the time. Jabbar, my fave was when Lifeline talked eating smart. Yeah, I remember that. I don't know if that was mundane. I mean, it's Lifeline. You know what I mean? Talking about sugar and talking about all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Lifeline. But you know what? I'm telling you, like the creepy stuff, like again, Deep Six coming out of the water. I mean, seriously, he's underwater. He's looking at these kids and just watching their feet dangling. It's like, oh, what's that? That is that, right? Like what's he doing? Seriously, what the hell was he doing down there in the first place? It's a small pond in a small neighborhood. What were you doing there, creeper? Oh my gosh, just nuts. Jabbar, only thing I want to see at the Super Bowl is to see Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar. Nice. They're the headliners of the halftime show. James, Grey Cup is older than Lord Stanley's Cup. Boom. Who knows their sports? Not me. Not me. And I'm thinking that if I'm not mistaken, isn't it the oldest trophy in sports? Somebody look that up. I think it was. Oh, wait a second. Oops, wrong. The Grey Cup was in 1999. the Stanley Cup is like 1893 or something. Ooh, okay, well there you go. Again, what do we know? What do we know? Crazy. I could have sworn the Grey Cup had some sort of pedigree though. Like it might be like look it up again, James. I wonder if its lineage goes even further back than that though. Because you see what I'm trying to say? Like Lord Stanley's Cup was donated as a specific cup, to create the tournament. Whereas the Grey Cup, I think if you actually taste back, it actually goes into college football. I think it actually goes as far back as certain college footballs and university footballs here in Canada. Anyway, I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, that's just me. I'm just like poking the bear again. Barry, December 4th, 1909 was the very first Grey Cup. All right, there you go. But like I said, does that include college? But anyway, I'm just poking the bear. Jermaine, that Razor Crest is amazing. I should have backed the Has. Yes, I know. Oh, there you go. The fear of missing out and the regrets, the regret of not backing that project. I have the same regret not backing the Sentinel. After I got to play with it for a little bit, I was like, I should have backed this thing. Oh, the regrets. I know, it's just crazy. It really is. And you know what? The Sentinel was really affordable. When you really think about the Sentinel, it was really, really affordable. Damn it. Barry, January 15th, 1967 was the very first Super Bowl. Yeah, I know. It's actually a very recent recent championship. Rodimus Prime, 1982. I'm not cutting off Hasbro. I'll just buy when I can, especially those Stunticons. Yes. I see what you're saying. Being very selective. Selective is the word. James, I might be done with Hasbro. I found cheap Bandai SH figure arts. It's cheap for now, brother. Wait until you start actually buying multiples. Jabbar, how about when Blowtorch was taking fire in the house? Yeah, I know. I was it Blowtorch? I can't remember if it was Blowtorch or if it was barbecue. Anyway, I think I remember what you're talking about, and yeah, for sure. I definitely agree. Again, Creep City, man. Rodimus, James, careful of those cheap SH figure arts. They might be KOs that fall apart. Well, if they're coming from Japan, if they're coming from Amazon.co.jp, which is what James is referring to, 9 times out of 10, it's pretty safe. But you're right. There are people who do sell KOs in Japan, so you do have to be careful. Jermaine, the DC Swamp Thing is massive. Yes, I didn't see it this weekend, but I did see a whole bunch of stuff. I saw the Ice Giant from The Witcher. That thing's massive. And I saw Sully from the Disney multiverse, I think. And yeah, he's massive too. Oh my gosh. James, Rodimus Prime, 1982. They are legit. Just wouldn't pay would not paying importer markups, so they're not really cheap. Yeah. Luckily the shipping is actually not too bad. So you should be pretty safe there. 126 Kyo. Hey, 126 Kyo, what's going on? I just wanted to share that I got Legacy Skids for $12. Wow. That's crazy. No box, but brand new from Vietnam. Nice. Congratulations, 126 Kyo. That's awesome. James, omit the dull negative. I 126 Kyo. If it looks good and doesn't fall apart, fair enough. You guys are crazy. Jabbar, do you think that Captain Caveman was better? Captain Caveman! Oh, God, that's crazy. Do you think that Captain Caveman was better off with the Teen Angels or the Flintstones universe? I prefer him with Teen Angels myself. Obviously, he can fit in both for obvious reasons. But yeah, the Teen Angels universe, he was so quirky, and it was just, that's where he originally showed up. It wasn't really the Flintstones universe. So yeah, it makes sense to keep him there. I mean, seriously, he was pretty much debuted in that universe. Barry, Jermaine, I picked up the Swamp Thing Friday, and yeah, he's so sick. If I were you, don't pass on him. There you go. James, Jabbar Robbins, I only superpowered person in Flintstones should be Bam Bam. Bam Bam, yeah. I don't know if Bam Bam's superpowered. He's just really, really strong. But maybe you're right, James. Maybe he's a secret superhero. But that episode where he grew up, does he still have his superpowers? You remember that episode where they both where him and Pebbles grew up? Did they have their superpowers? I don't remember. I just don't remember. Rodimus, Jay, I asked Terrificon to get G.I. Joe voice actors for the 40th anniversary of Real American Hero, and they're getting Michael Bell. We are getting Duke. Sweet, and that's not just Duke. That's Lance. Michael Bell is a legend. He is Duke. He is Lance from Voltron. He is God, he did so many. He did like 5 or 6 Transformers, didn't he? He was Sideswipe. He was Prowl. Didn't he do all of the Datsun brothers? Like seriously, he did so many voices it wasn't even funny. He did a whole bunch of Decepticons too. Crazy. That guy's a legend. Michael Bell's a legend. And he was the main antagonist in Star Trek: The Next Generation, Episode 1. You know, the encounter at Farpoint. He was the mayor of that town. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, what a legend. And he's also Azrael from Soul Reaver. He's Azrael from Soul Reaver. Am I saying that right? Is it Azrael or is it? I can't. Somebody remind me. Who's the main hero in Soul Reaver? Somebody remind me. Jabbar. Bam Bam has no superpowers. He's married to Pebbles, and they have twins. Yeah, I think he was just overly strong. I think that's just what it was. Barry. Jermaine, did you ever pick up Devastator for the DC line? He's my number 1 favorite. Did you pick him? Rodimus, I know Mr. Bell is a legend, but you can only type so much on the live stream. Honestly, he could probably do a small flavor of each and every character he's ever done. I think the guy's so talented. It's just incredible. Jabbar, Rodimus Prime. He was also Bruce Banner. Oh, he was. Oh, I did not know that. Cool. John Irwin. Yes, John Irwin is the voice of He-Man and Reggie from the Archies. I know, but John will not visit any conventions. He just won't do it. It's crazy. It's not that he's a rookless. He just has a very private life. If he ever decides to do a convention for charity, that convention is going to freaking blow up. I swear to God. It'll be insane. Barry. Jay is no longer sporting the great Gandalf beard. He's now sporting the Captain Caveman look. Yeah, it's getting pretty scraggly. I know. I'm going to be covered in hair soon. It's just crazy. So, guys, I finally caught up to the chat. Yeah, I just tonight I wanted to talk more about just anything else except for the Super Bowl. So if you guys have any other topics, please bring them up. On the chat from yesterday, we did a lot of great stuff. We ended up talking about all these great properties from back in the day. Obviously, Centurions was top of mind for obvious reasons. Now, Centurions, of course, for me is one of my all-time favorite properties. Come on, what are you doing? Stop behaving. Yeah, it's definitely still one of my all-time favorite cartoon properties. Still much in line with Thundercats and with so many different cartoons that just have such great meaning in my life. But Centurions was special in so much that these were three specialized figures, definitely specialized military figures, but they had these power suits, which just up the ante. And for me, a guy who grew up on giant robots. Seeing these guys who basically became as powerful as giant robots, but in a very compact frame, it just blew my mind when it was coming out. So this came at a great time. I was really excited about Voltron and what the hell is it called? Robotech and Force 5 and all these other things. And when these guys started showing up, and the weapon systems that were involved that they were able to join with, the imagination just blew up. The fact that each of these figures, Max Ray, Jake Rockwell, and Ace McCloud, they had these crazy weapon systems which they could just attach to. Oh, it was just beautiful. Coupled with the fact that the figures were just absolutely insane. They were huge. They were what were they? They were like 8-inch figures, 9-inch figures. It was crazy. They were just massive. They were just these huge, massive action figures, and the weapon systems they came with were just gorgeous. I remember the first one I got was Max Ray. Of course, he's the leader of the group, and yeah, he came with his standard weapon system. I can't remember what the actual name of the first weapon system is, but every other additional weapon system they came with or started creating the I can't remember what name the name of this one was, but here we have Devastator, right? But the one that I picked up, my parents were so generous because I got good grades. I have to say that I did get good grades. So for Christmas that year, they got me a depth charger, and depth charger was just insane when we finally got it. So yeah, being able to reminisce about that and having so much fun with Michael Mercy and Ace, that was just a blast. Like I was so excited, and Ace actually did go ahead and tell us and showcase to us that they have a brand new figure coming for the '80s Commander, and yeah, that was super exciting. If you guys haven't heard the Nemesis, the Antagonist Cyborg, What the heck? Don't do that. No, no, no! Don't! Stop it! How dare you! Yeah, the Antagonist Cyborg is a reality, and they are producing it. And a lot of people were on bated breath, waiting to find out whether or not any additional figures would be created for the line. And yeah, the Antagonist Cyborg seems to be, the big one for everybody. So for me, this one's huge. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this. We are, of course, talking about Hacker. Um, the second main baddie from the Centurions. And looking at him here, he looks just devastating. Oh my god, he's huge. He's absolutely massive. And you know what? Brand new articulation, brand new sculpting. He looks just beautiful. I love the cyborg. I love the cybernetic parts. I love the rotating arm on the other side. Just everything you would hope for and expect for an updated version of Hacker in the year 2020. And yeah, it's just great to be able to see these kind of things. Look at these. Look at this. It's just beautiful. The just the articulation alone, the parts, and look, they're now these are 3D renderings. Okay, so I don't know if they're probably going to have that metallic paint that they showed off with the Silverhawks. So this is not back metalized. I think it's safe to say that's not going to happen here. But the overall sculpt, the overall dimensions, they just look so beautiful. I love that robotic leg with all the piston details. Just next level stuff here, just crazy. And if we keep going forward, yeah, we can see what his foot looks like. Again, very much in the same style as the '80s Commanders. This actually might very well be one of the legs of the '80s Commanders, just scaled up, which I don't mind. That actually looks really, really cool. Some details of the butt. Yes, we cannot escape the gratuitous butt shots. 100%. We always need to look at characters' butts. 100%. Booty is a big thing these days, guys. Booty is a big thing. And of course, Hacker was like completely, nude underneath all of that cyborg hardware. So yeah, we can see his flesh tone back. Yeah, and again, all the wonderful details, all the wonderful sculpts. He's even got plugs here on his arms. Again, this was to coincide with the attachment gimmick that was included with all the Centurion figures. Just beautiful. And here we get to see Hacker's helmet. Again, in the series, he very, very, very rarely wore his helmet, only when he actually went into battle. But here we get to see Ramentoy's take on it, and we get to see the rest of the side profile here. We also get a quick glimpse at the cybernetic sections of both Hacker and Doc Terror. So Doc Terror is coming, guys. This is awesome. We're gonna get Doc Terror. Wow, just wow! And of course, they can join up together to create just a cyborg nemesis, if you will. Just crazy. This is awesome. Super excited for this release. Can't wait. And of course, this just harkens to the idea that Ramentoy is supporting the line for this brand new toy line. And you know what? I can't be happier. Very, very super excited about everything, all these new developments for the that are coming up from Ramentoy. Again, 80s Commanders. I'm super stoked. I'm super stoked for the 80s Commanders and can't wait for this new updated version of Hacker. It's just crazy, just freaking crazy. I cannot believe, what we have in store. Yeah. So where are we here? Jabbar at Rona's Prime, 1982. He was also Bruce Banner. Jabbar, John Irwin. Yeah, and I passed most of these. Sorry, guys. Jabbar Robbins. Rest in, pardon me. Rest in peace, Paul Souls, aka the original Spider-Man. Oh wow, yeah, he was. Yeah, he was quite. Didn't he make a guest appearance? Didn't he make a guest appearance in the first in Bruce Banner? Wasn't he sorry, the Incredible Hulk? Wasn't he wasn't he in the Incredible Hulk with hold on. Let me check that again. Paul Souls. Okay, no. Well, actually, wasn't he? Wasn't he in the Incredible Hulk? Yeah, yeah. Paul Souls played the pizza. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going crazy. Yeah, Paul Souls played the pizza guy, right? In the Incredible Hulk with yeah with thing with what the heck is his name? Um, oh God, I'm drawing a blank here. This one here. No, not that one. The second one with anyway, uh, and it makes sense because he's a Canadian actor. So yeah, Paul Souls, man, that's crazy. So yeah, he played the pizza owner in the Incredible Hulk voice, and voiced Bruce Banner in the 1996 animated Marvel superheroes. Yeah, that's crazy. That's amazing. Holy crap! So he's yeah, wow, that's too bad. Yeah, great actor, wonderful personality. Loved that scene that he played with yeah, with Bruce here. Who's somebody remind me? Who's that actor? I just cannot remember his name right now. It's escaping me. Um, but regardless, great stuff. And Lou Ferrigno was in that movie too. Yeah, he played the security guard. It was crazy. Um, yeah, what is his name? Somebody remind me. He was in he was in American History X. He was in Fight Club. Um, God, Edward Norton. Edward Norton. That's right, Edward Norton. Totally. I don't know why I drew a blank there. It was just crazy. But yeah, Paul Souls was in the Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. Great scene. Beautiful acting. Again, it was filmed in here in Toronto, Ontario. So yeah, it's of no surprise that the Paul Souls would have been cast as something. And again, wonderful nod to the fans if you knew that he was the voice of the original Spider-Man back in the 70s. That's crazy. Holy cow! How things tend to come full circle. Crazy. But yes, Jabbar, thank you for letting us know. Rest in peace, Paul Souls. James, if you want a long list of voice actor credits, look for Maurice LaMarche, Phil Lamar, yes, of course, Nolan North, Gray DeLise, and a small community, I think. Yeah, 100%. Voice acting is definitely, and you can even put seriously, you can even put Mark Hamill in that list, James. Mark Hamill has done a lot of voice acting, which a lot of people don't even realize what he's done. Jermaine, yes, Barry Allen. I have that Devastator and Superman pack. That is a beautiful pack, 100%. Jabbar, rest in peace to Dallas McKeenan, Howard Morris, and Jane Webb of the Archies. Wow, losing some great actors. James, modular action figures is really such an interesting idea. I love it. I love Centurions. Centurions are just so amazing. It's incredible. Jabbar, never got to watch Voltron in the 1980s. My stations never carried it, so I had to wait until the 90s when it came on cable. Well, you know what? At least you got to watch it, Jabbar. Rodimus, I want the convention to get Arthur Burgart Berghart, who was Destro, Stalker, and Devastator. That'd be nice. That'd be excellent. James Shapiro. Rodimus Prime. In my unpopular opinion, I hated Destro's voice. He's supposed to be a Scot. It's just as wrong as Wolverine with an Aussie accent. I hear what you're saying, James. But the design itself, I think when they were casting it, I think that they felt that someone with a I think it's the performance. I think that it was more of the performance than itself than it was where he's from. And being an arms dealer, you can lose your accent very quickly, depending on where you spend most of your time. Even though he's Scottish in nature, if he grew up in the States, then he may not have even known, or had a lot of interaction with people who spoke his dialect. So, and you know what? I have friends who grew up who were born in another country, had accents when they came to Canada, but then after like 10 or 12 years being here in Canada, they completely lost their accent, like completely. So James, I understand what you're saying, but maybe we should just look at it like that. That Destro, cartoon Destro, had lived in America or in whatever country for so long, wherever it was, and he never actually got. He lost his accent over time. That's a very big possibility. It does happen. Demon Triple Eight. I want to see an updated version of Exo Squad. I also want a blank man and the other guy action figures. Oh, cool. Definitely would like to see Exo Squad. That's a lot of fun. Jabbar. Jason, you don't like the fact that Destro sounds like a brother and Wolverine sounds like an angry American. An angry American? I am so confused. Why would he sound like an angry American? I don't understand why he would. He said an Aussie accent. Jabbar. He said an Aussie accent. Demon. One of the best sci-fi cartoons ever. Just the nuances of the storyline, Mars uprising, and all. It is what it is. Rodimus. James. Burghardt was a better Destro than Maurice Lamar. That was in god awful Deke G.I. Joe cartoon. This is the thing. I think it's more about the performance rather than where they're from. Jabbar, I wish someone would do a 50th anniversary project for Gatchaman, maybe Tatsunoko Productions and Sentai Filmworks. It's not like they haven't tried. They've released multiple OVAs and a couple movies, even live action. So Jabbar, it's not like they haven't tried before. So another one for the 50th anniversary, maybe they will. You just never know. Maybe they'll have a one-off OVA or a one-off movie. It does happen, right? And people still love Gatchaman, like very much so. So it's not outside the realm that they wouldn't do something like that. James, I don't recall Maurice's Destro. The Dick art didn't draw me in. Yeah, a lot of people seem to see the same thing. Yes, Edward Norton, exactly. It finally got through to me. Jabbar, he'll always be known as Spidey and Hermie from Rudolph. Ha ha, Hermie. Oh, I didn't even realize that. That's hilarious. Barry, Jay, is there any toy that you passed up on and you regret to this day, and it's still and is it way expensive now? Fortunately for me, Barry, every toy that I've regretted so far, I have been able to get on the secondary market or through another means or through somehow. MFToys.ca has done an amazing job for me to catch up on the Club Grayskull figures, and admittedly enough, I still have to give him a couple more payments. I gotta get on top of that. But you know what? It afforded me so much to be able to get that. And if anybody's interested, like I said, definitely contact MFToys.ca. They're amazing in terms of sourcing action figures, and they have some great deals going on right now. So definitely head over to MFToys.ca. You guys won't regret it. I would have to say the Sentinel. The Sentinel is one I really missed out on. I would love to actually pose all of my X-Men attacking a Sentinel, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get a Sentinel now. Pardon me. Not unless I apologize. Not unless I come into some money. A Sentinel is just not in the. Oh no! You know what? Honestly, no. My biggest regret of all time is not getting Castle Grayskull. That I didn't even know they were doing classics. if somebody's willing to lend me a Castle Grayskull so I could make a mold and make my own, please, I would totally love to do that. Or if anybody's a customizer out there who can make a freaking Castle Grayskull for me, or model one in 3D, I just want a freaking Castle Grayskull, man. I just want something to be able to put all my classics figures on. Like, seriously, I need a freaking Castle Grayskull. Barring that, I really, 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 really hope that Revelations actually builds Castle Grayskull. I need a Masterverse Castle Grayskull, please, Mattel, please, or Mattel Creations. Do a Kickstarter, do a Mattel Creations project for Castle Grayskull, please, please, please do another Castle Grayskull. Oh my God, I need Castle Grayskull. Barry. There is my regret right there. I am totally regretting not being able to grab Castle Grayskull. That is killing me right now. Seriously, every single day I keep looking on eBay for a decently priced Castle Grayskull. No, it's not coming anywhere. I swear to God, I'll pay a little bit more for Castle Grayskull, but I refuse to pay $1,000 for Castle Grayskull. That's insane. Even my Snake Mountain there, it's going for over $1,200 right now. It's stupid prices. Just stupid. James, there was a live action Gatchaman? Yes, there was. It's a Japanese movie. It was a Japanese movie. Jabbar, ever seen Mission Magic before? Rick Springfield used to have an Aussie accent, but not anymore. No, there you go. There you go. Exactly. It's the same thing with what's it called? Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson is a really good example of someone who had an Aussie accent, a strong Aussie accent. You watch The Road Warrior, right? You watch it, and Mad Max. You watch Mad Max, and after that you realize that he just slowly started to lose his accent. It was crazy. Jabbar, it was made in Japan, and there has been talk about the Battle of the Planets live action movies in the works. That would be cool. James. Barry, my answer to that is I missed the toy question. Barry Allen, my answer to that missed toy question is all if MOTU Classics. There you go. James, you're not alone, man. You're not alone. Micah, hey Micah, thanks for being on the stream yesterday, my brother. That was fun. I got Ace to answer your questions. So hopefully John Thunder will show up on our lives someday soon. Like, fingers crossed, my friend. Fingers crossed. We're going to go back to 24. I like that one too, Jabbar. 100%. Rodimus, Jay, your pal Michael Mercy has that classics Castle Grayskull. Maybe he can help you. I'm not going to go all the way to Kitchener. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. But I doubt very much. He's got that thing embedded in his collection. I doubt very much he'll be able to do that. But if somebody would be nice enough to help me, that would be sick. I would love to be able to get my own version of Castle Grayskull. That would be crazy. You know what? That's actually a good question. Maybe I should ask Michael one day. We'll see what happens. Barry, mine is that Hot Wheels 1/18 to scale 1989 Batman that was Walmart exclusive, and it was only $25. It's going over $200 now. Wow, that's crazy. James, Jabbar, I'd expect it to be in Japan. I knew of Battleship Yamato. I knew of Battleship Yamato. I didn't know about Gatchaman. Xander Bar. Hey, Xander Bar. Good to see you, my friend. At Moon. Do you have a wagon? We would love to attack ya. What? Okay, Xander. That's weird. Are you in the wrong chat? Like, what does that mean? Do you have a wagon? I would love to attack. We would love to attack you. All right, Xander. You do you, man. You do you. Jabbar. Battle of the Planets or Gatchaman? Both. I know that infuriates you, Jabbar. Micah. I hope so, Jay. Yeah, so do I. So do I, Micah. I really do. James. I'll take your word on Mel Gibson. After hearing his voicemail, I have no desire to hear anything else from him. Everybody can make mistakes, brother. Everybody can make mistakes. Jabbar. I have a Gatchaman on DVD. I just need volumes 14 and 18. Hopefully Sentai Filmworks does an English dub, or for both Gatchaman 1, Gatchaman 2, and Fighter. You know what, Jabbar? What's stopping you? Let's have a look here. Let's see. eBay.com. Let's do eBay.com. And what's it called again? It is called. What was it called again? It was called Gotcha Man. ADV Films DVD. Okay, so what do we have here? We have Volume 1. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Here we go. What's this? Volume 2, Volume 1, Volume 9. Okay, hold on. Volume 4. Lot of 3 Gatchaman DVDs. Factory sealed, 45. Collection 4. Gatchaman set 3. All right, let's have a look here. See if we can get lucky. All right, so you're missing. What did you say you were missing again? You were missing 14 and 18. Okay. Here's. What the hell is that? Okay, I'm not understanding what that is. E4 U8 V7? What the heck? What kind of weird codes are those? That doesn't make any sense. What is that? That's Gatchaman Collection 4. I'm not even sure what that is. Gatchaman Collection 9. So what's this? Okay, what is with all these weird numbers? Somebody help me out here. What is this? That doesn't make any. The numbers make no sense. That doesn't. What the heck? Somebody tell me what this is. Here it is. 17, 18. The collection combines volumes 17 and 18 for episodes 96 through 105. Okay. That doesn't make any sense. There are 3 DVDs on here. How does that 2 DVDs? No wonder it's hard to collect this damn series. That doesn't make any freaking sense. 14 and 18. Okay, so here's 18. And this one is, whoa, that is not, no, that's stupid. All right, we'll try that again. Volume 4. 12 episodes total. Okay, fine. Stupid. Okay, this is 7 and 8, so that's not going to work. 14 and 18. Okay, so that's out. What do we have here? 6 and 7, that's out. 7 and 8, that's out. Again, somebody help me out. What do these things mean? V5, V6, and E3. Volume 5, Volume 6. Why extras 3? Okay, fine. So this is Volume 5 and Volume 6, so that's not going to help either. This one is also Volume 7 and this is Volume 17 and 18, but $188 freaking dollars. My God. That's freaking crazy. All right, screw that. This one is Volume 7 and 8 with extras 4. That's not going to hurt either. Wow, that sucks. Okay. Sorry, brother. I was hoping to at least maybe find something, but man, that sucks. Yeah, that's way too much. That is just stupid. But let's narrow it down. Volume 17. Volume 14, sorry. Volume 14. Let's see if there's anybody selling Volume 14. 6 and 7. That's Volume 4. What was in Volume 4 again? I'm pretty sure we're off the chart here. 7 and 8. Yeah, it's box 9 that you want, right? Yeah, box 9. Just crazy. Just stupid. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's not going to work. Volume 1. Oh god, that's crazy. That is nuts. Your best bet, honestly, is to try and find some flea markets, and reach out to your local groups, Jabbar. That is just that's tough, brother. I feel for you. I feel for you. Renegade, Jabbar. I like the Battle of the Planets. There you go. No, I don't. I just prefer Gatchaman over Battle of the Planets now. There you go. This one ran away too. Did you? James, give me Gatchaman over Battle of the Planets. It's like Deke Sailor Moon. I can't enjoy the story changes having watched the original show. I can still enjoy Deke. I can still enjoy it. Jabbar, I used to watch Battle of the Planets with G-Force, Guardians of Space. That's when it got confusing, so that's why I prefer Gatchaman now. Yeah. I know, too many names, too many different companies trying to use it. Jabbar, E4 is the bonus features. There you go. I got it now. Josh Sharrow, the numbers Mason. The numbers Mason. What do they mean? I have no idea, dude. I don't know. Okay, Jabbar. Healing Dread. Curious as to why Sunman may show up at retailers before it shows up to people who ordered him on the Mattel Creations. That just has to do with distribution. The special packaging is something which you can remove and unremove. They're just such a smaller run on the special edition Sunman, so that's one of the reasons why Healing Dread. But at the end of the day, you're getting him, and you're getting an edition which is going to be very sought after in the future. So, patience, just patience. It's an extra. I see it. Football, yes, football, which you don't actually do except once in the whole game. So yes, football. Timmy Poindexter Jr. Esquire. What's up, James? What's up, Timmy? What's going on? James. Oh yeah, anime DVD resale value is nuts. Can't bring myself to sell my collection though. Yeah, I know it's so hard. Timmy K. Walker Texas Red. There you go. That's the one. I knew it was on the right track. The extra features have a spotlight on certain characters and has an interview with the voice actor. Got you. Nice. Very nice. Josh, my comment was one of the Call of Duty games. Figured it applied to the number confusion. You just confused everybody though, including myself. So congratulations, Josh. You did it. You did it, my friend. So yeah, one of the other properties that came up frequently was Visionaries. Holy cow! Knights of the Magical Right. Oh, so great. The Shining Realm. Oh gosh, love that cartoon. Yeah, such a great thing. It's such a great series. Love the fact that Merlin was such an a-hole. He would literally throw these guys under the bus and basically send them on the worst adventures ever, just to get a little bit of magic. It was the craziest thing ever. Sir Lyorik, Lyorik, just crazy. And of course, the holograms were the biggest things with these figures. Just crazy. And what is a Visionary without its hologram? Just nuts. Beautiful. Trying to do these toys today is nearly impossible. There's no way to actually, produce these without incurring massive costs, massive costs. So yeah, it's one of those cautionary action figures that probably will never. Wow. Yeah. Okay. He would make a pretty good Lyorik. I can see it. I can totally see that. Yeah, it's just one of those things that's very, very difficult to do. This was the Spectral Knight Lyorik, a special action figure that was released on the SDCC version. It was okay. It wasn't that great. It did not have the proper, actually, these are reprints, which is terrible. Nobody wants those. Yeah, definitely love Visionaries. Definitely one of the figures which Ace is thinking about. Don't know if he's going to be able to do it. This is not something that's easily done. Again, the figures themselves right now are holy grails for a lot of collectors. These intact. They are not the most durable figures. Of course, their holograms fall off all the time. So it's not easy to collect Visionaries. But yeah, If you are ever a fan of holograms, these things were incredible. Oh my god, just beautiful. And yeah, Michael Mercy, of course, was right on top of it. He actually has the Flying Fortress. Jeez Louise. How do you even find the Flying Fortress, Michael? My God, how do you even find the Flying Fortress? Just crazy. Michael Mercy, man, wow, what an amazing collection he's got. Holy crap! Visionaries, everybody, just crazy. Yeah, I had one visionary when I was a kid, and I quickly lost it. Not easy to keep these things, I'm telling you. So yeah, wonderful figures though, man. Whew, just wonderful. You are being blocked. Um, James, for some man, individual mailing is a bigger logistics issue than regular distribution. Exactly, James. Correct. You are on the ball, my friend. Jabbar, I watched Visionaries, but for the Shining Realm was Sectars. Oh, that's right. That's right. The Shining Realm was Sectars. No, wait. No. Hold on. Was the I thought Sectars was the Warriors of Simbin. Was the Shining Realm part of what? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, it was the quest for the Shining Realm. What? Okay, I guess I was wrong. Yeah. You know what? Sorry. So then, who are the war? But wasn't Yeah, but they were also the Warriors. Okay, you know what? I'm not. Again, memory is a funny thing. You know, it's just a funny thing. So I guess so they were the Warriors of Simbin looking for the Shining Realm. Okay, crazy. I completely crossed those two. They were around the same time too, so can't blame me. You can blame me. Demon 88. Want Pirates of the Dark? Ooh, Pirates of Dark Water. Hey. There's an interesting idea. They did make action figures back in the day, but yeah, they're pretty awesome. I did like that series. The Pirates of Dark Water. Yes, for sure. James, every time I see pauldrons and shoulder pads of the '80s design toys, it reminds me of the comedic fashion of that era. Absolutely, there's no getting around that. 100%. Women always wore these gigantic shoulder pads, made them look square. It was like looking at a whole bunch of Romulans walking around. It was crazy. Jabbar, never got to watch Inhumanoids ever. Oh, Inhumanoids. I was about to talk about that, Jabbar. Inhumanoids is a fun series. It really is. And it was kind of disgusting. Like, honestly, there were some questionable things in the Humanoids for kids. Uh, James, first Exo Squad, now Dark Water. I'd like to buy you a coffee. There you go, bro. There you go. Jabbar, this year will mark the 50th anniversary of Filmation's second biggest cartoon, Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. No Cosby jokes. I did a whole episode on Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, and regardless of what Bill Cosby has been accused of, and everything in between, the man made some really good, funny. He was really funny. He was a great comedian. He played one of the most adorable dads on television. Seriously, honestly, we cannot take those accolades away from someone, regardless of what else happened. We do have to recognize people for what they've done, and unfortunately, we do have to recognize them for for everything else. But the achievements that happened, they should be celebrated. That's something that I've always maintained, and people can go ahead and argue with me on that. I don't think there's anything wrong with Bill Cosby and the Cosby Kids. I think it's a wonderful cartoon series. I think Bill Cosby does some real good in his life. But again, people are people. Things, whatever happens, whatever will happen, it is what it is. But you cannot change history, right? The everything that he did, which was for the greater good, that was great, right? But everything else, those are things that can be discussed afterwards. 100%. Simbin, yes, Warriors of Simbin, yes. Uh, James, I'm amazed that you know all the catchphrases still. Apparently, I do, but I also kind of mix them up. Again, that's the way memory plays on you sometimes. It's crazy. James, Fat Albert has a VD episode. It was unexpected seeing a vintage kids cartoon. VD. What's VD? You don't have to censor yourself. What is VD? I'm not really sure what that is. Um, Yeah, go ahead and say it. It's not like it's not like it's going to really make a big deal. Timmy, Cincinnati Cincinnati Kitty Cats choked. What? Oh, did they? Oh well, whatever. Another day, another Super Bowl. That's fine. Whatever. It's just a game. Don't worry, Bengals. They'll be next year. They'll be next year. Sure. I get it, Jabbar, but you know my pronunciations are bad anyway. I could have sworn the guy on TV said Simbin. I could have sworn he said the Warriors of Simbin. You know what? Let's find out. Let's find out what the cartoon said, and that's probably where I'm getting my pronunciation from. Hold on. Hold on. Let's just check. Let's have a quick listen.
Symbion, a perfect world until their biological experiments exploded. The centaurs must be there. King to one of those hot Symbion.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, Symbion. Okay.
These are the centaurs, the warriors of Symbion.
Symbion. Okay. Well, there you go. I don't know why, but I kept for the longest time I thought it was Symbin. So Symbion. Okay, there you go. There you go, Jabbar. Wonderful. You got it right. Venereal disease. Oh, okay. Well, it is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, STDs and other things that happen. Again, Bill Cosby and the Cosby Kids was a wonderful progressive, and educational show. So there's nothing wrong with that, and I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate it. There was also an episode about gun violence. Like a kid got murdered in one, a kid got murdered in one episode, right? Like they were ahead of their time, man. They were ahead of their time. So you know what? Again, all the good stuff that came out of that, Bill Cosby was a part of it, and you know what? It is what it is. There you go. I understand. Yes, I got it. And you know what? There's nothing. Don't shy away from that. We should never shy away from that. That's actually a really good thing. I think that in terms of PSAs, that's not a bad thing to talk about. It's not. Barry, we need to do Dino Rider storyline. Yes, we do. But as long as Jurassic Park is around, that's not going to happen. Jurassic Park will destroy any Dino Riders. It will. What we should do, if anything, is a third party company. They should just make attachments which attach onto the current Jurassic Park animals, because that would be awesome. I think that would really be something. I'll talk to Ace about that. See if that's something that he might be interested in doing, because that would be a pretty good savings, I think. Jabbar, and it's outside of legality. You'd be sidestepping a whole bunch of problems. Well, maybe not, but anyway, no matter what, it's something that can be done. Jabbar, James Shapiro, you're right. Yes. Yep. During the syndicated episodes, 100%. Renegade, James, and Jay. You know what the groups? You know what the group sang? People are people. You know what the group sang? You know what group sang? People are people. No, I don't remember. I think Jabbar. Oh, there it is. Jabbar knows. Depeche Mode. James. Not a bad thing at all. Once again, just unexpected seeing it on a Vintage Kids cartoon when I saw it on Teletoon. Brother, you know what? Earlier cartoons were more progressive. They tackled things which a lot of people were just not willing to talk about it. On many occasions. So, I appreciate old cartoons just for that. Today people just sweep it under the rug. We don't even talk about it much. It's crazy. I don't mind PSAs. I just don't. They were wonderful little bookends at the end of the shows. They were creepy as heck. They was creepy as all heck, but they did happen. Yes, Depeche Mode. Depeche Mode. Yeah, and then of course the biggest thing that we talked about during the live stream was Brave Star. Brave Star. So I did my thing. Brave Star. That's man, wonderful cartoon. Eyes of the hawk, ears of the wolf, Brave Star. Beautiful stuff. Oh my gosh. I love Marshall Brave Star. Holy crap. 30-30, man. Sarah Jane. Oh, just a wonderful cartoon. Seriously, never gonna get enough of Brave Star, man. Holy crap. Again, wonderful hero character. One of the only, not one of the only ones, but definitely one of the early examples of a Native American protagonist as a lead character. You know, in a children's series. You know what I mean? Like seriously, it's not very often that you ever saw Native American lead characters, and here we have one with Marshall Bravestar. Like seriously, and there was no getting around it. Shaman. He was his mentor, his grandfather. Seriously, you could not get around the fact that Marshall Bravestar was Native American. So definitely love the series. Wonderful cartoon, great values. He fought against a freaking reincarnated demon, outlaw. Like, come on, how insane is that? That's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? Just a wonderful romp into something which would a lot of people just kind of pass it by, kind of like think of it as just another television series. But honestly, if you really dig deeper into Bravestar and the messages that they had behind it, it was an incredible show. Really, it was. And a lot of people out there are also going to call out the idea that it's just another avenue for selling toys, and I don't deny that. I get that sentiment. It really is. But the stories that Rankin and Bass, Filmation, the stories that they created were just wonderful, and the animations that were behind it were just so much fun. You know what I mean? And it really was a more innocent time for cartoons. So yeah, the toys themselves though were they were following in the footsteps of not footsteps, but they were definitely in line with the bigger the bigger sizes of action figures at the time. Centurions, like, and Bravestar, they were basically the same size, right? So it was a time where they were really experimenting with different sizes of action figures, and they were going back to almost the GI Joe size. It was right in between, and it was a lot of fun to actually have these rather large action figures, and that the gimmicks the gimmicks that came with the laser with the laser backpacks, the what was it called, the quick shooter? I can't remember what it was called. Somebody help me. But yeah, that was the neutron blaster. Somebody remind me, what the heck was that damn thing called? It was a blaster though, and of course the quick draw, the fact that when you press the button in the back, Bravestar and Tex Hex again. You would shoot, and then went right? Whoever got hit first through the infrared sensors, they would not be able to attack for another few seconds. Beautiful stuff. And through that came stuff like Captain Planet, Captain Power, and the Soldiers of the Future. So great, just amazing things that we were talking about. Dreaming of new action figures to bring back and make real, just all over again. Just so great. So many great cartoons and action figure possibilities that were just coming through our brains, right? And of course, Michael, of course, has everything of these in his collection. I'm so jealous. Like seriously, I'm gonna have to bring up my Bravestar figures one day. I love Bravestar. Wonderful series, just wonderful. Depeche Mode. Barry, a lot of cartoons got away with stuff before the Reagan years. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Barry. But even after the Reagan years, we got a lot of great cartoons. Like seriously, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We got Bravestar. We got He-Man. Dude. Reagan was in the middle of great cartoons. I don't know exactly where are you going with that? Like that doesn't really make much sense. Like some of the greatest cartoons in history that I can remember were during the Reagan years, not before. Expand on that, Barry. What else are you talking about? Because there were other things that other if you want to talk about cartoons getting away with stuff, there were more things that happened during the Reagan years just as well. The STD episode was the full episode, not a PS. No, I know that. What I'm trying to say, I talk about PSA as in these public service announcements, including full episodes of public services, like educating people on STDs. I'm not talking about bookends specifically. I'm just talking about how cartoons were able to present them, and that was one of the great episodes that was able to present that particular subject in an entire episode, which was awesome. They did a whole episode on being shot, carrying guns and stuff, and the kid died. You know what I mean? That was a scary episode. Watch my episode on Bill Cosby and the Cosby Kids. You'll see my take on that whole aspect. And it was a sad episode, man. That was scary too. Jabbar, Erica and Lou Scheimer sang the theme song. Yes, I remember. Lou Scheimer was the one who sang. Where was Erica in that? Did she sing? I don't remember hearing Erica's voice in the Brave Star intro at all. Was she one of the background singers? Because I don't remember anything about. I don't remember hearing any female voices in that. Help me out here, Jabbar. I don't remember that at all. James, the judge never had a toy. She was a great character in the cartoon. Yes, we talked about that. We talked specifically about there needing to be more female characters released for Brave Star. Armando, Jay, Super Bowl just finished. Yeah, great. Go Rams, I guess. Barry, yep. Don't forget Brave Star is here on YouTube. Same classic Masters of the Universe and G.I. Joe. I mean, yeah, but they're only sporadic episodes here and there, right? So everything on YouTube is kind of like disjointified, right? Getting the entire collection is very, very difficult. Hey, Armando. Hey, how's it going, guys? James, how about the ordinary word? You guys are now. Somebody invest in Spotify. Like, seriously. Jabbar, Filmation has been known for being diverse with their stories. That's why I like to come. Yes, 100%. I totally agree. James, Barry, Dino Riders equals action Flintstones in space. That's not even remotely true. I don't even know where you're getting that, James. That's hilarious. Don't be spreading around misinformation, brother. That is not true at all. That is not true at all. That is the farthest thing. James, what the hell, man? That is the farthest thing from what Dino Riders is. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Get out of here, James. That's terrible. That's spreading misinformation. Don't do that. Jermaine, I had Brave Star lost his hat right away. Yeah, I know. I was lucky enough. I still have his hat. I can't believe I still have it. It's crazy. James, one of the guys in Captain Power, Stephen Thorson, was a bodybuilder actor that was one of the main villains in Conan the Barbarian. He is a very good friend of Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's in almost every single one of Schwarzenegger's early films. He was in Conan the Barbarian. He played one of the guards in Conan the Destroyer. It was one of the main fights that they had in the forest. He was in what's it called? The Running Man. He was the security guard in The Running Man, and he was Tank, like you said. He was Tank in Captain Power. Great stuff, James. Awesome. Jabbar, Renegade Biker. Hello. Don't tell me you don't remember Duran Duran. Aha, Duran Duran. There you go. She sang the lead. What lead? The Brave Star's entire what? What are you talking about? Okay, now Jabbar, I'm confused. The whole thing of it was all a guy. Her voice was, but she made a male voice. Wait a second, hold on. Now I've got to listen to this. You're telling me that this is a woman's voice? Hold on. Now I'm completely confused. Hey, what the heck? No, screw off. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. But that's not the lead. So she only sung the... Oh, okay. Now I understand. Okay. So that's her singing, because that's pretty much all she does, right? Then she says, Eyes of the Law. Okay. All right. So that was her song. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Neat. I always thought that it sounded like a young man. I guess that's what's really throwing me off. So that was her. She was the voice of She-Ra, right? Somebody remind me. Sweet. That's awesome. Barry, there's a whole thing about it on how cartoons had to change and be more educational. Same thing with PSAs and G.I. Joe. No, I know what you're saying, Barry, but it's not like cartoons didn't get away with stuff, in the cartoons. there were so many different things that happened in cartoons where the PSA bookmarks and everything and messages inside the cartoons. That's one thing, but being able to get away with stuff, being able to show blood, for example, that G.I. Joe did that. Being able to show death in cartoons, Transformers did that, right? So getting away with stuff, if you're actually going to use that terminology, cartoons continued to do that all the way through. There was even sexual innuendo in G.I. Joe. Like, Lady J and freaking Flint, they could not keep their hands off each other. It was hilarious. And of course, Baroness and Destro, they couldn't keep their hands off each other either. So there were many things which were sort of taboo, which still made it into cartoons. So, your original statement doesn't really make much sense. But saying that cartoons had to be on TV and actually added a mandate of actually using a PSA to make sure that the kids were educated as to something that was important, and actually put education into the show. Yes, I totally agree. The television boards at the time were very adamant about adding important educational value into cartoons around the 80s. I totally get that, but some of the stuff that they got away with in the cartoons, man, that kept happening over and over again. I mean, for crying out loud, every single female character in every single Filmation cartoon looks like a model from a runway. Okay, and literally wearing absolutely freaking nothing. Tila walking around the courtroom, man. Honestly, I'm amazed they got away with that. She was pretty much stark naked. Like, seriously. Same thing with Evelyn. Same thing with freaking anybody. They were all wearing bodysuits. It was crazy. Like, seriously. We know this. They rotoscope pretty much everything at Filmation. So we know for a fact, and there are pictures to prove this, that they were using pretty much like swimsuited models to actually do the rotoscoping for He-Man and the Master Universe. There are photographs of it. It's crazy. It was absolutely nuts. And as kids, there was a reason why I enjoyed those cartoons. There was a reason why I enjoyed them. I'm telling you. LOL, James. Jabbar Robbins, Jermaine. Do you remember the all new Mickey Mouse Club? Yes, I think everyone does have at least some recollection of that. At least sorry, I can't speak for everybody, guys. Barry, right on, James. So true. Barry, another great cartoon we're forgetting about is Galaxy Rangers. I love that show growing up. You know what? I didn't really see a lot of it. I guess I was already out of cartoons by that time, but I have seen it now. No guts, no glory. Yeah. It looks like a great cartoon. I never actually watched it. Jabbar, play the song. Trust me, it's Erica. No, I just did, and I agree. I totally get it. Melody Britt was the voice actress of Sheeran. Okay. All right, got you. James, I'll take the innuendo of Powerpuff Girls over PSAs. Oh, James, you're hilarious. Jermaine, it's a little bit, yeah. Cartoons from the overseas managed to get away with a lot more stuff, especially in Japan. Well, yeah, of course. That and anything in Japan is fair game. The anime is a very different culture. It's just a completely different culture. Jabbar, do you remember the party? You remember R of the party? No, that I don't remember at all. Barry, yeah, I get you. Cartoons, yeah, they were what Reagan wanted them to put on there before that. No one gives a crap like how. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Jabbar, the partay. Okay, the partay. Okay, I don't remember that either. Barry, yeah, it was Reagan that really changed everything. I understand. No, it's not Reagan. Barry, no, it wasn't Reagan. Reagan didn't change anything. Reagan didn't go to the. No, it was the television groups, man. It was the parent teachers groups. It wasn't Reagan. You gotta stop that. Reagan didn't do anything. Parent teachers associations, parent teachers groups, lobbyists, and television associations. They're the ones who changed it. They're the ones who made the PSAs a mandatory thing. It had nothing to do with Reagan. Reagan was more war on drugs. Reagan was more fighting the Russians, the Cold War. That's what Reagan did. Reagan didn't do anything with cartoons. I don't know where you're getting that idea from, Barry. That is not what Reagan did. Reagan didn't care. Reagan didn't. The drugs. Okay, if there was PSAs putting kids television series for drugs, okay, there I'll agree with you there. But outside of that, Reagan didn't do anything. He made no decisions on that. That was parent teachers associations and groups like that. That has nothing to do with Reagan. Oh my God, Reagan. We're blaming Reagan for everything. Why not? Old IT guy. Well, that was a good game. Anything but football. Anything but the Rams. Los Angeles Rams. I didn't even know they were from Los Angeles. I thought they were a completely different football team. Anyway, whatever. Who the heck are you? Hey, you ran away again, you freak. Jabbar. You know, Jay, there's a B movie that came out from Canada that I saw that I heard was shown during the day Ion Canada called Perfect Timing. What? Jabbar, sorry, you lost me. There's a B movie that came from Canada that I saw that I heard was shown during the day Ion Canada. What? Jabbar, I don't know what happened. I think your autocorrect kind of kicked in. Please tell me, what is that? I have no idea what you're trying to say. I have no idea what that means. James, everyone, do you remember the feeling your first time your friend watched Ninja Scroll? Anime is a different culture than North American cartoons. 100%. 100%. But I was already well exposed to anime around that time. But no matter what, Ninja Scroll did have a huge impact on me when I first watched it. One of Madhouse's gems, beautiful gem. Barry, you said you watched Jason and the Washed? I watched Jason and the Wheel Warriors. Yes, I did. I watched Jason and the Wheel Warriors. Wonderful cartoon. Jabbar, perfect timing. The movie managed to get away with certain things, but I won't say it. Say it to show you respect. But I won't say it to show you respect. Are you going to insult me with talking about perfect timing, Jabbar? I don't understand. Why would that be? Why would you not be showing me respect? I don't understand. Again, I'm a little confused. Is there something wrong? Does it have to do with my culture? Like what? Okay, now I'm going to have to look it up. Perfect timing. Okay. I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything particularly wrong with it. Okay. This came out of Canada? Is this a Canadian film? I mean, there have been some risky Canadian films in the past. Jeez, it's softcore. Wow. Okay. Okay. That I mean, a lot of films like that came out in the past, Jabbar. That's not like I don't even like why did you bring it up? Like I don't I'm completely confused why that's I'm sorry, Jabbar. You didn't do anything disrespectful, but at the same time, that has no bearing on anything we're talking about here. Like the fact you even brought that up is just so weird. So honestly, my friend, that was odd. That was very, very odd. I don't know why you did that. I don't know why you brought that up, but that was very strange. Like seriously, I have no idea where you were going with that. If you'd like to explain where you were going with that, why you brought that up, please do, because that was very odd. I have no idea why you brought that up. Barry, and you watch Cops? Yes, I did watch Cops. Jabbar in Canada again. What does that have to do with? Like, I don't understand. Why are you? Why? Please elaborate. Why are you bringing that up? I'm totally confused now. Demon. Cartoons were half-hour toy commercials, and parents got tired of buying the latest toys based on cartoons for their kids. I don't think parents cared. I think that as long as it shut the kids up, they would do whatever. But honestly, they were not. That's disingenuous to the television, to the cartoons. Cartoons were amazing, and yes, they had tie-ins with toys to be able to continue the cartoon. Its funding. But to be honest with you, if you watch Brave Star and you watch He-Man and you watch Centurions, you watch any of the old cartoons from back in the day, they had great values, they had great stories, they were written really well, and honestly, I would continue watch them even to today. Just blanketly and just calling them half an hour toy commercials is really not giving them enough credit. Honestly, I don't agree with that statement. I really don't. I don't agree with that at all. James, Jason the Wheel Warriors was amazingly weird in a glorious way. It was just, but the whole toy line alone was very confusing. If you, I think Toy Galaxy actually did a whole retrospective on Jason the Wheel Warriors, and really the overall premise of the show, it came out of nowhere. It was just very, 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 very strange, very strange. Jabbar, no, it just showed a lot of innuendo on there. Well, I guess, but again, we're talking about cartoons. You're talking about a whole film, a whole erotic film. It just doesn't. It doesn't seem to have any bearing on what we're talking about. So it's odd that you would bring that up. It starred Michelle Scott. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to apologize. I just your line, your reasoning for bringing it up makes no sense to me. We're talking about cartoons here. You know what I mean? Like, we're not talking about, if you want to talk about an erotic cartoon, if you talked about like Fritz the Cat, or if you brought up Fritz the Cat, or if you brought up what's it called? Any of the early or even the later Ralph Bakshi films, you know what I mean? Like Wizards or Fire and Ice or Cool World. If you brought up any of those sexually charged cartoons, right, which were available to children, ironically enough, kids could actually get their hands on it. It was in the video stores. It was possible to grab those. That's where I'd be like, yeah, you're absolutely right, Jabbar. That makes no freaking sense. Those are things which Fritz the Cat, like completely. Obviously, it's rated R, right? It is rated R. Same thing with Fire and Ice. Same thing with Cool World. Same thing with Cool World was actually not rated R. It's weird. But if you had brought up any of those cartoons, those ones, I would completely understand what you're talking about. But to bring up a very, very obscure, very weird Canadian film which nobody even knows about, and then to talk about innuendo in that sense, it's actually classified as softcore. So that's innuendo is already out the door at that point. That's no longer innuendo. That's actually just pure smut. That's actually smut. Like, seriously, like it's one rating away from X. It's an R right now, and it's pretty much again, that to me that made no sense to bring that up. And you don't have to apologize. Apologizing is not what I'm talking about. I'm trying to equate why you brought that up when we're talking about cartoons. Again, if you had talked about any other adult cartoon around that time, like I said, Fritz the Cat, Cool World, any of these cartoons which would have raised eyebrows at the time, but at the same time, was trying to tell a story, right? Ralph Bakshi was trying to tell a story and get some sort of something across that Wizards, any of these and Heavy Metal, you know what I mean, and any of these stories that were animated and we're trying to tap into the popular culture at the time, right? Anime in general, right? Any hentai, right? If that's the kind of thing that we're talking about, but that again, hentai is a completely different thing. If we're talking about American culture, North American culture, that's where I would understand. We get to see those types of things, right? And that's where that line is crossed or very, 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 very treading very, very near that line, right? But yeah, to bring up a very obscure Canadian film, which is just kind of like a faintly veiled attempt at putting out pornography. That to me I just completely lost where we were going with that. It was just like, wow, we're talking about cartoons and now we're going to be talking about softcore films. Like, very strange, my friend. And again, you don't have to apologize. There's no reason to apologize. It was just odd. It completely derailed what I was talking about, and I had no idea where we were going with. And like I said, you said I don't want to disrespect you, so I said, well, I don't even know what you're talking about. So I went ahead, I looked it up, and I'm like, well, you didn't disrespect me, but the whole like concept of what you were saying was not anything to do with cartoons. Like, it was not even in the same ballpark. So completely threw me for a loop, like 100%. So I was completely confused. So no need to apologize, Jabbar. It's just, brother, Wow, just went from it went from talking about cartoons to talking about softcore. I was like, whoa, what the heck? This is just crazy. James Barry, I have been tempted to put together a classified Nightshade from Cops. Ooh, yeah, they never did. Did they make Nightshade from Cops? I think they did, right? She had a figure. Somebody remind me. Barry, did you see Michael Mercy's making Denzel Washington as Bulletproof? I didn't see that. No, I haven't seen it. But sounds interesting. I mean, he would play a great BP vest, 100%. Um, the San the and San they ruined Looney Tunes. What? And San they ruined. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that. They ruined Looney Tunes for getting rid of PewDiePie, Pepe Le Pew. What? Barry, what are you talking about? I am so confused. There's another one. Pepe Le Pew. I know that there's been talk about how he's a womanizer and something like that, but they haven't gotten rid of him. I think they're getting rid of him in like the what the hell's it called? The Space Jam movie. I know he's not part of that, but you can't erase Pepe Le Pew. He's going to be in every DVD that's still out there. It's something they can talk about. They can talk about erasing people all the time, but it's not going to happen. It's just not. James, I think Jabbar just got on the tangent of media filmed with innuendo. No harm, no foul. Delay of game 5, yard penalty. Yeah, but that's no longer innuendo, brother. That it literally like I looked it up on IMDb and it says softcore. That's innuendo is out the window at that point. That's no longer innuendo. That's actual taking clothes off and near penetration and yeah, that it says softcore on the IMDb description. I was like, yeah, that's that innuendo. Innuendo is if you're going to talk about innuendo and really kind of close to innuendo, I think Zapped. If anybody remembers Zapped with Scott Bakula, I think. Am I remembering it? Is it Scott Bakula? Hold on. No, not Scott Bakula. Sorry. Crap. What was his name? Shoot. I can't. Let me just. Yeah. Let me see. Who was it? Sorry, Scott Baio. Scott Baio. Yeah, Scott. It was Zapped with Scott Baio. So Zapped, that was sexual innuendo. Okay, that's mostly sexual innuendo in Zapped. I'd even argue that that Porky's to a certain degree is sexual innuendo. Obviously, there's nudity in both, right? But the majority of the film is just talking about sex. It's just like implied sex. You know what I mean? Like that's where you talk. And those and Porky's was a Canadian film, right? Um, and when they finally got to the naughty bits, right? You knew what you were in for, right? Um, but I think Zapped is more of a better example of that. Porky's actually was pretty raunchy. Porky's was kind of was if we're talking about Canadian films doing weird things, that definitely was one of them. Zapped was a fun film, right? Zapped was mostly sexual innuendo. It was very sexualized, 100%. And at the end of the movie, they're all running around naked, right? So you had mostly sexual innuendo, and then all of a sudden it went to complete nudity, but nobody was doing anything really too bad in that film until the end, I guess. But again, it was just one of those things. It was the comedy at the time. There's so many examples of that. Like I think there was a film called High School. Where there's a girl, she's just riding on the back of a horse or something like that. There's so many. Or was it called Prep School? Hold on. No. Was it High School? Anyway, whatever. There were so many films at the time which also did the same thing. So it's not uncommon. Those things happen. It's just that those are films now, right? And we're talking about cartoons. So I don't know. It just threw me for a loop. No harm nor foul. 100%. 5-yard penalty. 100%. Barry, don't forget heavy metal. I said heavy metal. I said heavy metal, Barry. As I'm talking about these things, yeah, okay, fine. Heavy metal, 100%, absolutely, 100%. I gotta apologize, Jabbar. You don't have to apologize. It's not about apologizing. It's just it really kind of like I was so confused. I was just so confused. I was like, what are we talking about here? I don't get it, right? And just the way you put in the thing. Oh, I don't want to insult you. Oh, I don't want to. I was like, what is he talking about? And then I had to look it up, right? I was like, well, now I have to look it up, right? And then as I kept going down this rabbit hole, I'm like, what are we talking about? What's going on? So it's just I was so confused, right? It's not your fault, Jabbar. Like obviously you had a concept in your mind where I wasn't following. So again, no need to apologize. No need to apologize. Even Ralph Bakshi done a lot of innuendo. Exactly. That's exactly what I said. In his films like Coonskin, exactly. Hey, good looking. Yeah, exactly. All those films. 100%. Right? Exactly what I was talking about. Heavy Metal. I remember when someone told me that I needed to watch it. That was interesting. Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. Jabbar. And even the animated film Heavy Metal. I must have been like talking about these before you guys started talking, but it's cool. I like it. Awesome. Demon, what's a video store? Yes, Demon, you're awesome. James, very obscure Canadian anime film, Rock and Rule. It's not that obscure. Well, I guess because we're here in Canada, I loved Rock and Rule. Rock and Rule was amazing. But you know what? There's also what was it called? Something Mouse and the Devil. I can't remember what was it called again. Daniel Mouse and the Daniel Mouse and the Devil. Daniel Mouse and the Devil was another Canadian cartoon, and that was trippy, man. If you want to talk about obscure, you got to talk about Daniel Mouse and the Devil. That's where you're gonna have some trippy episodes. It literally is a film about signing a contract with the devil. This is the one, like, and literally it's not figuratively. Like, how in Rock and Roll they were trying to summon summon an entity. No, this is actually making a deal with the actual devil. Like, this is a film. If you're going to talk about a film which really goes in and messes with your head, this is a Canadian film by Nelvana Animation. This is a Canadian film that will literally screw with you. I'm still looking at actually making an episode on this for Mega J Retro, because honestly, this the Devil and Daniel Mouse, that is one crazy episode. That is a crazy film. That's just trippy, man. Trippy as well. It's crazy. Again, it's all about being tempted. It's all about temptation and oh gosh, trying to be a star. And what love can do to actually rescue. Yeah, really, really trippy, man. That was, oh yeah, that was crazy. All right, if you're gonna talk about like Rock and Roll, whatever, man. The Devil and Daniel Mouse, that was on another level, man. I'm telling you, that was crazy. The Devil and Daniel Mouse, that's just whoo. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one you really got to reference. Oh my gosh, just scary. Not and it was at certain parts it was scary. It was scary as hell. Like I'm not even joking. This yeah, whoever played the devil, just crazy. The Devil and Daniel Mouse, just crazy. Yeah, that one. Whew. Yeah, if we're gonna talk about like cartoons which are dealing with things head on, that was crazy. Old IT guy. Well, that escalated quickly. So, how do we get my hands on Razor Crest? Razor Crest. Secondary market, my friend, or you find somebody who's selling their house and needs some quick cash, and they have a Razor Crest. Who's trying to save their house? James Demon. That was it. Was those places to rent PlayStation games and N64? Yes. I wonder if Zellers was still around. Brother, Zellers was. I love Zellers, but it went downhill quick, man. It was not a good. It was not a good scene. It was not a good scene. Jermaine, Denzel is retiring from acting, and so is Van Damme. Van Damme has been retired for quite some time. He's only been doing like really low B budget films, and I think it's just because he wanted, he just needs some money. James, Pepe Le Pew is kind of gropey, so the old cartoons don't really stand up in the modern dystopia. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, but again, you can't. You really can't get away. You can't get rid of him. It's just a stereotype. A lot of cartoon characters are based on nothing but stereotypes. Old IT guy. Wonder if Zellers is still around. If we would still have Zellers exclusives. Oh, you know what? That might be true. You never know. Very similar to the way Target gets their exclusives, right? Barry. Yes, I know about Pepe Le Pew in the classics, but any new Looney Tune cartoons, they got rid of him. One of the great characters, man, it's a shame. I guess, but honestly, his whole shtick was actually coming on to women, right? Coming on to cats. And what kind of stories could you make with that in a modern setting? So I don't I don't really understand why they got rid of him, but at the same time, he doesn't really add anything to any cartoon right now, so it really wouldn't do much. Scott Bio, that's right, Scott Bio, exactly. Uh, James, Van Damme to retire from acting, wouldn't he have to need to act in the very funny. Barry, anyone out there watch Spawn, the animated series? I did. I wasn't really happy with it. They should have just farmed it out to anime. I think anime would have done a much better job at if they do an anime Spawn. They've never done one yet. They've done Marvel, they've done DC. They should hand over the reins to anime actors, or redo an animation now with Korean animation studios. Like seriously, today I think Spawn would be much better. Okay, how about he's the one that makes you okay? What's going on here, guys? You are right, James. 100%, Jermaine. Old IT guy. Hey, if you're going to mention Porky's, you got to talk about Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah, but Revenge of the Nerds was much more tame compared to Porky's. 100%. But I get where you're coming from, old IT guy. And the same thing with yes, private school. Yes, Jabbar, you're right, private school. But it's the same thing with the first couple of police academies. Police Academy had a lot of sexual innuendo as well, and again, some nudity just because. 80s comedies were like that. They were a lot more free, if you will. They had a lot more. They had a lot more availability. But even the 90s, with American Pie and things like that, it that type of comedy kept going on until about the early and mid 2000s, and then sort of dropped off. James, I'm allowed to make that joke. I paid money to watch Street Fighter in the theaters. Ha ha ha. That's funny. Oh, Ivan Reitman. When? Ivan Reitman died? When? When did he die? Okay, wait. Why did you say it? Doesn't say did he die? Oh wow. He just died? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Thank God he got to wow. 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 My God. Well, I mean, he lived to see another Ghostbusters. Holy crap. Ivan Reitman. Wow. That's crazy. Well, his son made a great Ghostbusters, so his legacy lives on. But wow, that's rough. That is rough. James, I know that music from a wide range of eras, but I'm crap with these titles. Jabbar, John Candy did voice work on Heavy Metal. Yes, he did. Speak of the devil, mftoys.ca. We were just talking about you, Mike. Good to see you, my friend. Guys, mftoys.ca, as always, great place to go get your action figures. He's having several sales on right now. Definitely head over to mftoys.ca. As you guys know, I was literally talking about him an hour ago. So interesting that Mike is here tonight. So, Mike, did you have a Super Bowl party? Is that why you weren't here you weren't here when I started? James, hey Mike, good to see you guys. Barry, Jay, you watched Naked Lunch and Video Room? Yes, Naked Lunch was trippy, man. Naked Lunch was just weird. Naked Lunch was that was out there. James, forgot the Devil and Daniel Mouse existed. I recall seeing it on CBC. Also, that Winter with One Giant. That Winter with One Giant. Don't remember the title. Yeah, these were some great cartoons, honestly. Monica the Great. Hey, Monica the Great. Top 3 Black Series figures you want to see in the future. I would definitely like to see. Right now, anyway, I would definitely like to see Black Kazarian. I would love to see a Black Wiki, and he's vicious. So definitely love to see him. I would. I don't think I need another Cad Bane. The Cad Bane I have is good enough. I really want to see the Rancor now. I was saying it at the time. I was like, if they had extended the Rancor another few months, and I predicted this right in my live stream, in my live streams. If they had actually waited a little bit longer, I think that the Rancor would be selling really well right now. And you know what? With what happened to the show, I think that really is the truth. I think so. I think it really is. Pardon me. And then I think what's it called? I want to get the older version of Ezra Bridger. Where he's got the shaved head. I want to get that one. I think that was really the more pivotal version of Ezra. And I really would like to get that version of Ezra Bridger, 100%. James, Monica, the great, including the ones announced. No, probably excluding those. That doesn't make any sense. Ivan Reitman, yeah, I know. It's just so sad. Yeah, that one hurts. Glad he saw GB3. Yep, I'm glad too. Not yet announced. Sabine Wren, later seasons with Jetpack. Blind Kanan Jarrus. Okay, that's interesting. But you can technically do that now. You just gotta make your own helmet. Caleb Doom, yes, the wolf. That's hard. I don't think they'll ever make the wolf. Sith 72. Hey, Sith good to see you, my friend. How are you doing tonight? Barry, we lost a great Canadian director. Yes, we did. We did indeed. Monica, what do you think of Boba Fett series? I loved it, but I'm sorry to say, for me, it turned into The Mandalorian. I don't know if I'm not going to say anything past that, but that's exactly the way I feel. James, I'm glad that Ivan Reitman lived to see Jason rise to success. Yes, I am glad. I'm glad for that as well. Demon, want a bag of bones and cardboard backdrop for all the Black Series figures now? Exactly. Barry, Jar Jar Binks and cardboard freezing. It's already, dude. It's already been done. It's already been done. That's not even. It's real. It does exist. Armando, Boba took a backseat to Mando. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. At Barry, Alien Darth Jar Jar. Yes. I would love to see a Darth Jar Jar. Yes, actually, that's a really good one. Even if it's a joke character. Recut Hut. Hey, Recut Hut. Hey, just got here. I'm getting 4 bats this week. Then these release times are weird. Yes, they are, Recut Hut. But at least you're getting them. They're rising in price steadily. So, congratulations. Sith Brett, great. Thanks. Just got home from work. Awesome. Monica, I love your videos, bro. Very entertaining. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Monica. Really appreciate that. Jabbar, the party is an unsung group. If it wasn't for them, there would be no NSYNC, Britney Spears, nor Christina Aguilera. We're kind of going with movies and television. It's great. I love it. It's awesome. Guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me tonight. Love the fact that we were talking about anything except for football. That was so awesome. Not that I don't like football. As I said, football has its place. But you know what? Everyone was talking about football today, and I was not in the mood to go watch the show tonight. I was invited to a party, but you know what? I had work to catch up on. I still have work to catch up on. I got to get back to work as soon as I finish this. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on in my life that continue, and life goes on. So football, yeah, whatever. I'd rather talk toys and talk 80s culture and cartoons and spend time with awesome people like you guys who appreciate the same things that I do. The popular culture of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Toys, cartoons, pop culture, music, video games, movies, all that great stuff. You guys are my people. This community is so great. I really appreciate each and every one of you being here, liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Ignoring the Super Bowl, you guys are awesome. We talked about some great things tonight. More things to talk about, obviously, throughout the week. Hunting for me right now is going really, really slow, but I did have the opportunity to do some really cool hunts this last couple of weeks. So I hope to be able to post a few more of those. Until I figure out my car situation, that's the way it's going to be, unfortunately. I am going to concentrate more on my collection and how I want to display it. So there's going to be 2 more room tours that I'm going to have. Again, they're less room tours and more like horde tours. And then basically I'm going to transition that into an actual building of a room, of a toy room and I hope you guys will look forward to those episodes. So much fun. Once again, guys, thank you again for being here tonight. This has been an absolute blast. As always, this is the highlight of my weekend. I really appreciate you guys being here. Guys, this is great. Last couple of comments before we log off. Monica says, best place to find deals for figs. That's debatable. Sometimes online, sometimes in store. But I always find that if you have a local comic book store who you get friendly with, you really get to know the staff. They will help you out as much as possible, and they're fair. 9 times out of 10, they will try to help you because honestly, we're all in the hobby together, and we're all trying to save some money. So definitely, Monica, check out your local comic book shops, your local toy shops that aren't big box stores. They will generally try to help you. James, Emperor Palpatine at his office on the telephone, Robot Chicken. Yes, he's awesome. Definitely, 100%. Monica, I don't like foosball. Well, I mean, like, I like. Are you being serious? Or are you being like, you're joking about what it is? I hear you. I hear you, Monica. 100%. I got it. Because foosball, I don't know. I kind of like foosball. Jitoni, if you will. Armando, good journey, all. Yes, good journey to everybody. Thank you, Armando. Barry, night, Jay, and chat. Be well, and this is the way. Request for me this week. Excellent, Barry. Looking forward to it, my friend. Thank you so much. James, keep warm and happy, everyone. Good luck on the hunts. Cheers. Thank you so much, James. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. You guys are amazing. Thank you again for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. Guys, this is the best. I really appreciate everybody being here tonight. Guys, please, I hope everyone out there is doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Anything but football, guys. Anything but football. Keep proud.